Hey everyone, I'm Cubastic. Today I have prepared an amazing puzzle for you. I haven't unpacked it yet, this will be my first attempt to solve it. And like any other puzzle I solve on the channel, this is my first time solving it. For some reason many write in the comments that I already know the solution in advance, and all this is some kind of simulated reaction, but no! In fact, I'm actually solving the puzzle right now, and in order to prove it, I'll unpack it right now. Right? Okay, we did it. So, we have a puzzle, the idea of which is to put all the pieces of the puzzle inside. But as you can see, we have a limited area of action and reaction with the elements. We have transparent glass that prevents us from interacting with the entire field. There is such a hole where we have to place this piece. And there is such a window in this glass through which we can interact only with the central part of this puzzle. The task is not easy, because as you can see, here we have a square, quite small. But this element, for example, is way bigger. In any case, it sticks out in one of the sides, due to the fact that it has such a connecting piece here. See? So, in any case, it is not a square. This is a square and such a thingy. And I don't know how to put it in, and that's the case basically. Well, let's try to solve it. Naturally, I'll use the timer, because I want to solve this puzzle for speed. You can comment how much time you think it will take me to put this element inside the puzzle. Okay, let's start the timer. Start. We will check this puzzle meanwhile. Naturally, I need to free up at least some space here. And thank God it is released pretty easily. I can get out these two items, but these? Excuse me, I can't get them out until I move the other parts. As you can see, I can't get it this way, because here the border of the glass covers this element, but if we move it, then we can move a wall block. Here it fell out and I have such a block. Now I can move other ones, for example these, and also free the details here. You know, in my opinion, I have confused myself even more, because it is already unclear how to solve it. I'll try to get it back, so it's over here, this is here, yes. We have several parts that are similar to each other, they are almost the same. The problem is that there is almost no free space here, and I really have to move each of these blocks right next to the wall. We have 3 blocks, one square, one with a stripe and one with the letter L, number 7. What can I do with these details? As far as I understand, initially we need to get everything, gather such a square from the parts like this, solve them all outside the frame, I mean get all the parts and put them here, right? Let's try to do this. Is it actually possible? This one goes here, looks like some kind of Tetris, guys. I can move this one here and then I'll have space here for 2 details. For which details, for example? For which ones? The problem is that most of these pieces are angular. If you remember, I once solved one interesting thing where all the puzzles were angular, but they had a more bizarre shape, and just because of that we were able to solve the puzzle. But here I just don't understand how it is possible yet. I have to say that this is a puzzle of the highest level of difficulty available, and it really looks like that. I understand this by the fact that there are practically no solution options, but I'm sure we can find them, and I hope we'll do it fast. I can't push this through this hole. Now I have no idea what to do. Well, oh, I came up with something. We are removing this, and now we can push this one a little further. Alright, it works as you can see. I can take this away, I take this one away, another, accordingly, now I can move this here, get the order details, done, we have scrambled the puzzle completely. This is the difficulty, because now we need to find a way to solve everything outside the frame and then somehow put them back. Let's try. We need to solve What? Look, I can flip these parts and some of them are double-sided. No, stop, not some, but only one. Only one piece has two colors on different sides. We found the secret! Each puzzle should have this piece that guides you to the correct solution. Okay, let's keep in mind that this is some kind of special detail. Edges. We have edges. Usually there are 4 edges in a square, but we have more than half edges here. Only 5 non-edge pieces. So, but do not forget that they can be combined in this way, for example, right? Why not? They can. We will try. Oh my god, there are 16 parts here. Just imagine how many different combinations you can do with them. All these parts have only 2 combining elements. Therefore, we cannot have this solution, for example. We cannot put anything here because there is not a single part that has 3 or more combining elements. Yeah, we need to do something like this anyway, and fasten it this way. Right, it doesn't work this way. There are no parts with 2 holes or 2 protruding parts. It's complicated. This is way more complicated than I initially thought. It's super hard. Like that maybe? Okay. This is the kind of puzzle in which, unfortunately, there is no out-of-the-box thinking. It won't help here. Here you just need to go through a huge number of options. On the one hand, it doesn't seem interesting, but as a test of your strength and attentiveness, it's really cool. In fact, all these details are the same. We have such a huge number of identical parts here. They are similar. Next, we have details that are considered as exceptions. 4 of them are the same and 2 are interchangeable. It's super hard, because so far I can't even make a square out of them. But I still have to try, there are no other options. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 edges should be constructed out of these. The edges can be either these details or these. The problem is that we can easily turn over each of the parts, and it will stand in a completely different position. This is also difficult. We have 4 such details. Based on the fact that it can be something symmetrical, which means that we can make 4 identical parts like this, and we may build up a square out of them. With these details, which can be put here. Can we? Yes, we can. But we still have some really strange details, here they are. And this is the biggest problem. Guys, subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. In one of the following videos I will show you and try to solve a really difficult and nice looking puzzle printed on a 3D printer. Don't miss it. Oh, I found a solution! This goes here and this goes here. Yeah, oh my god, how long? It took me a full 26 minutes just to get to this decision. Now I need to find a way to put this all inside. Relax. Wow, how cool. I definitely need to place the center of this wall structure separately. Right, now I need to somehow fit it all in here. This can be done easily, logically. The first is right here. It moves in this direction, it goes up. So good. This should fit easily too. These two, I get them down, set this one here and move this way. Okay, now this huge detail. I have no idea what I should do with it. This is the most difficult element to install so far. Oh, and this one won't fit that easily, see? So I need to move it here, take this out, move it here, and that's it. And what's about this element? Okay, insert it here. This thing goes back and only now this one goes back too. And here, this back. I feel that there are going to be problems. That's it. Here comes the real puzzle, guys. This is amazing. So let's return everything as it was. Here's what we got. In fact, these are the details that we can, I think, move at the same time. The most difficult thing is to fit this whole thing correctly. Also, I cannot use parts that are more than 3 elements in length. And this is 4 elements long, you see? Okay, done. I got this option as a result. And it turns out that I have 2 squares and also these pants like this. Somehow they have to be placed there. Most likely I'll start with the longer one. I'm actually completely not sure that it will work. Again, this one consists of 4 pieces, which must somehow be placed inside. I'm not sure that I will be able to place such a huge part inside here. Everything is clear with the squares, that's simple. This part is easy. 1 square... not so easy, okay. 1 square, for example... Second square... This goes here, and this here. So I already have 2 squares, and now by some miracle we need to place this detail inside. Let's try one detail at a time. We also take into account the fact that we can remove some of the edges of the square, for them not to bother us. So well, how can we put this one? Doesn't fit. Oh, I did it! Unbelievable! Okay, I managed to do it. Now this somehow goes here, and we also need to restore the squares. This square is restored in approximately the same way, but how can we restore this one? Ah, I understand. This one we will work with at the very end. Come on! So we restore this square. put it here and move it to its place. Let's put it there. Okay. It fits. Here it comes. This square was restored. This has been restored. Great. And now here, and the last detail. I did it! 39 minutes and 46 seconds. Guys, just imagine, I spent almost 40 minutes solving an ordinary puzzle. You know, these mosaics that need to be solved out of the similar parts for you to get one image are tough. Well, you definitely should not spend 40 minutes for a 16 elements mosaic. But here it was just cool. Considering how it looked at the beginning and seemed almost impossible, after 40 minutes the puzzle is solved. Folks, I hope you've noticed my thoughts and ways of solutions while working with this puzzle. I'm sure many of you were also making some guesses. And what is more interesting, this puzzle certainly has more than one solution. I'm sure there are many of them here. And I found one of them. I was so pleased to share these emotions to show you this puzzle. Well guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications not to miss other videos. Thank you so much for watching, that was Cubastic, bye everyone and have a good time.